Have you ever looked in the mirror and hated what you saw, even though a lot of people told you that it looked great? It's happened to me for a huge part of my life, but I'm not talking about myself in this video. I'm talking about my ex-girlfriend. Let's call her Princess. Princess liked my long hair and I loved using her lap as a pillow, so when we spend time together, I'll do that. She stroked my hair with one hand and used her phone with the other. Bliss. Out of nowhere, she'd sigh and I asked her, "Babe, what's wrong?" And she'd say, "I'm not cute, I'm not pretty." And I'd be like, "What? How? The heck?" And then I asked her, "What picture made you say that? You saw something, I'm sure." And then she turned her screen to me and showed me a picture on Instagram. I tell her, "Babe, you're really good looking. If you weren't, I wouldn't have bothered to know you more." And then she laughed and get in a good mood. But another day, the cycle will repeat itself. She even stopped wearing some clothes because she didn't look like a supermodel in them. After a while, I asked her, "Babe, do you want to watch anime with me?" And she said yes. But she didn't know that I selected anime with some scenes that will help her to love her body more. And guess what? It worked. These are the tips anime taught her. Anime taught her to be kind to herself. The first anime we watched was Jujutsu Kaisen, and I chose it for a reason: Kugisaki Nobara. From the first time she showed up, she always believed that she was that girl, even though a lot of people didn't think so. She even tried to force a model scout to make her a model, even though he didn't think that she was model material. That scene was funny. After that part, Princess said, "I like that character," and I smiled. That was the plan after all. I used Nobara to teach her to love herself always, that she has always been that girl. So if you're a bit like Princess was, stop being unkind to yourself. Instead of doing that, treat yourself like you treat your friends or lover. That's if you're not toxic. I told her, "Don't tell yourself things that you won't say to me. You start to believe them. Don't let people's opinion or the voice in your head change the way you see yourself. Just keep on being that girl." Another thing I had to learn from Nobara was to stop comparing herself with others. In the inter-school tournament, Nobara fought a TikTok dancer named Momo. Nah, I'm just kidding. Momo's a Jujutsu sorcerer too. In the fight, Momo mocked her because she believed that female sorcerers have to be strong and cute, and in her eyes, Nobara didn't meet those standards. Nobara said that she didn't give a damn about the standards. She said, "I'm not going to let anyone tell me how I should look or how I should behave. I'm not going to let anyone make me feel ashamed of who I am. I love dressing up and looking beautiful. I love being strong. I'm Nobara Kugisaki and I'm proud of it." Those weren't the exact words, but you get what I mean. What I wanted her to learn from this fight was to stop comparing herself to others and enjoy being herself instead. This tip also applies to you watching this. If you keep comparing yourself to the beauty standards, you might not enjoy being in your own skin. Be yourself and enjoy it. After all, you're unique, so flaunt it. After that, I used anime to teach her to focus on her health and not her weight. After we were done with Jujutsu Kaisen, we watched Horimiya, and in one of the episodes, Sakura wanted to ask Toru out, but she thought she'd get rejected because she wasn't cute. Some of the boys in her class compared her to Remy, who was her best friend and one of the prettiest girls in class, maybe even the prettiest. The boys said their friendship stands out because they're like day and night. After a while, she started to believe the things they said, but she didn't starve herself to get as slim as Remy. She decided to be herself and enjoy it as much as she can. If she starved herself to impress others, she would have wrecked her health instead, and she wasn't fat. She just wasn't as slim as Remy. I saw that Princess wasn't eating the way she used to, so I used this scene to teach her and some of my other female friends that they shouldn't risk their health to meet the beauty standards. They should make sure they're healthy instead. Just do some exercise regularly, sleep well, eat a balanced diet, and you feel good about yourself. It'll put you in a great mood too. Another thing I made her learn from Horimiya was to surround herself with positive people. Princess had some great friends, but she had a terrible roommate who was always mocking her looks, her lifestyle, and a lot of things about her. Looking back, I think she was jealous of Princess. One thing I'm very sure she was jealous of was our relationship. I couldn't tell her to cut her roommate off. I just had to show her that having good people around you feels great, and I used Sakura to show her. Remy was probably the first or the second most attractive girl in school, and she was best friend with Sakura, who some of the guys saw as ugly. It made Sakura feel terrible sometimes, but Remy told her all the time that she was cute. Sengoku didn't see Sakura the way his friends saw her. He saw Sakura and Remy as normal girls, and the friendship she had with them made her free to be herself. So if you have toxic people around you, cut them off. Get friends who will make you feel great about yourself without deceiving you. You'll feel way better being yourself. I also used anime to teach her to get rid of negative thoughts. After we were done watching Horimiya, we started watching Spy Family, and she loved it because it's a really funny anime. Yo, who's well, Part of the spy family lost confidence in herself sometimes because she thought she wasn't pretty enough or that she wasn't being a great wife to Lloyd. It's only when she got rid of those thoughts that she enjoyed herself. I used it to teach Princess to try to stop thinking negatively, and well, it wasn't that easy, so I decided to make her do the things she loved and have fun. You can't think negatively when you're having fun. Princess loved to dance, so I made sure that whenever we weren't reading, watching anime or sleeping, music was always playing in the background so that she could dance, sweat, smile, and have fun. We also did a lot of fun activities together so that she'd be in a great mood. After all, you all didn't think negatively when she was having fun with Aya and Lloyd, so yeah, have fun. Do the things you love. It'll chase all the bad thoughts away. I forgot to mention this earlier, but I also used Jujutsu Kaisen to teach her to be grateful. Princess had a very pretty face and a great body, and I'm not exaggerating. Anytime she went out, she turned heads, but when she got on social media and started hating her looks, I was very confused. But I noticed that people focus on things they don't have and ignore the things they do. So I tried to make her to learn to be grateful for her great size by watching Maki. Maki was born without a curse technique in a clan that values curse technique above everything else. She couldn't even see curses. She was an outcast from the beginning of her life, but instead of focusing on the things she didn't have, she was grateful for the things she had. She had crazy physical abilities, and she made up for her lack of cursed energy by using tools to see and fight cursed spirits. So whenever Princess compared herself to someone else, I told her, that girl doesn't have your body, or that girl isn't as pretty as you, or she might have the things you said, but she can't pull off some outfits as well as you do. And after a while, she started to see things that way. So be grateful for the things you have, and if you can work on the things you don't have, like going to the gym or some other stuff, then do it. Just don't do anything that will risk your health, and I promise you feel better about yourself. I also told her to stop trusting the things you saw on social media. Most of the pictures you see on the internet or magazine are edited to make the person look their best. They have crews doing the work, and they know how to capture the model with the perfect lighting and at the perfect angle, and they do a lot of editing on the image before it gets out there. They also use incredible cameras, so a lot of work goes into making that image. But that's not how they look in real life. It's impossible to look like that all the time. When Kojo visited Marin and she told him that she's a model, he saw a picture in the magazine and said, "You look somewhat different from real life. How?" And Marin said, "It's because it's a pro that's doing my makeup." Marin is good looking, but the pros brought out her charm to the fullest. So if the models can't look like this all the time, don't try to do it. You'll fail spectacularly. Don't try to live up to the unrealistic beauty standards that the media shoves in our faces. They only want to sell more products. Love yourself instead. So that's the way I used anime to teach my ex-girlfriend to love her body. She sent me some pictures recently and she looked better than when we did it. She even started going to the gym, and I can only imagine what her body will look like after 6 months. After all, she had a great body when we did it. So if you follow these tips, you love your body more. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share this video to anyone who doesn't love their body. They'll change and they'll have fun doing it. If you're a little interested in going to the gym, you need to learn how to stick to a habit. I have a video of how anime teaches you to do that, so if you're interested, it'll be on the screen soon. There's also a video of how anime teaches you to look your best every time, so if you have some free time, you can watch it too. Don't forget to take care of yourself, drink water, watch anime, and have fun. And I'll see you in the next video. Jane.